My name's Brian and you're watching Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. Thanks for joining me. I'm really excited today. This video is going to be about the Battle Horse Knives Highlander flat grind. And this is just a really nice knife. And first of all, I'd like to thank the folks at Battle Horse Knives for sending me this so I could show it to you. It is not a low budget knife by any stretch of the imagination. Somewhere around the $200 mark. So just tell you that right up front. You know, I've been catching some comments from people that, you know, said, "Is all you ever do is trade?" So again, these folks were kind enough to send this to me. This is just really a very nice knife. So it's a little change from the budget stuff, but you know, I'm trying to spread the content around a little bit. So this is definitely not low budget, but it is high value in my opinion so far anyway. We'll take a look at it, but I'm really impressed so far with the fit and finish and the man, just everything about this knife from the initial. So we're going to do an initial look at it, and I've been asked to stop moving stuff around like I've got ADD all the time, so I'm going to try to be a little stiller. But we're going to do an initial look at this thing, and then we will definitely do a follow-up video after I've had a chance to use this thing for a while, because I assure you it is going to get used. So let me go ahead and switch over to the old stump top. We'll talk about the specs real quickly, do some close-ups, and come back and do some nice stuff. Okay, once again, this is the Battle Horse Knives Highlander 1 flat grind model. This knife features a 5-inch cutting edge of 3/16" thick 01 tool steel, raw length of 10 1/8 inch, micarta handles, and like I said, a flat grind. Also comes with a leather sheath with an optional ferro rod loop. Okay, so that's some of the specs and some of the close-ups. Hopefully I can show you a couple of more close-ups. I'm really impressed with the fit and finish of this knife. If you can just see that, I mean, it is 100%. The transition between the full tang and the micarta handles is just butter smooth. You cannot feel any sort of a line there. These handles are just crazy comfortable. They're just, man, it's hard to say, but it is probably one of the most comfortable knives I've ever held in my hand. Again, it's pegged. Now a couple things. This knife is available with removable scales. It's available in several different micarta finishes and colors. It's available with or without liners, blued or not blued. This happens to be 01 tool steel with a flat grind. It's also available with a Scandi grind and a saber grind. And there's several different sheath options out there too. I have to say, this is something that literally could last for generations. So this is heirloom quality in my opinion. It's 01 tool steel. Gosh, mosquito season, I'm sorry. 01 tool steel has a good reputation for being extremely good knife steel. It's take a look at that just while I'm rambling here. It's easy to keep sharp and very hard. It's got good edge retention. If there's any trade-off there you get, I guess it's because it's such a high carbon content that you do, I think from everything I've read, that it takes a little more maintenance maybe to keep it from, it's more prone to rust. So you really need to maintain it better, let it get a good patina on it. Now you can get this blued from them if, gosh, the mosquitoes are crazy out here. I need to build a fire. You can get this blued, but or you can do it yourself, but I'm gonna kind of let this thing naturally age. I did want to show you also on the back, it's got some jimping here, and this is quite possibly the perfect jimping. It's not aggressive at all, but it has enough of a, because it's just very fine. You can see that, but it has enough traction to really give you a good grip on it. So full flat grind. Let's just use this thing. Let's do some knife stuff. Okay, well, before we do the knife stuff, I always kind of forget that. I just want to show you the sheath a little better detail. This is a leather sheath. Obviously they have several, again, configurations. They have kydex, they have dangers, they have different things, but the quality on this sheath is just absolutely great. It's not a fancy sheath, it's just a pouch sheath, but you can see it's a very deep carry sheath. Knife goes way in there, very secure. Has a, it's riveted. I'm trying to see. It looks like the rivet is not covered in there, but it's probably never gonna touch the blade. But it's just a loop hanger, and it has a ferro rod loop on the side of it. So this is kind of like it's gonna be my go-to rig for a little while. And so there it is. Again, they have several different options. Nothing fancy, but extremely well made, extremely high quality. Does a great job of retention. So now let's do some knife stuff. Okay, I've got some cedar here, piece of cedar, and I'm gonna find my fat wood here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get a little smudge fire going while to kill some of these skeeters, run some of these skeeters off while we do the video. So bear with me for just a minute. We'll go ahead and work on that. So it's a good opportunity to check the 90-degree spine out, this thing, and just see how well she works. Because it seems to have a really sharp 90-degree spine. As you can see, it's doing an excellent job of whipping up some fat wood curls and shavings. And okay, I'm going to push this over to the side here a little bit, kind of keep it out of the way, try to get it going, and put a little bit of stuff on it to maybe create some smudge. Let's try this right here. Semi-punky wood. Been out here a while in the weather, so I think maybe we can get it's punky enough it might smoke a little bit. Just little kind of thicker curls, not really curls, just kind of shavings, thick shavings to put on the old fire here. And once we get it going, it's kind of a pretty decent little test actually of a knife too. So just check for any hot spots. Maybe that'll give me some smoke anyway. So let's see what we got here. Take our ferro rod, a little fat wood that's shaved like a champ. I wonder if this is going to strike. Wow, wow! It's awesome. You'd have to feel that. It bites like no tomorrow. Okay, now I'm going to take this cedar and I'm going to cut a piece of it off. Okay, and we're going to baton a piece of this off of here. Probably about this long will be good. It's something I can work with. Okay, so piece of hard cedar. Nice round hard cedar. We need to get some edges on it so we can make a feather. And the best way to do that is just start carving it. And as you start carving, you'll wind up with little bevels. Like I'm telling you something you don't know, right? It's not as pretty as the pink ones, but it's pretty decent. Maybe a little heavier batoning is in order. Okay, so I've got maybe 1.5 inch piece here. Certainly not very big. This thing's got a 5-inch blade, so it's certainly capable of doing more than that, but this is what I have. You know, people have been telling me, it doesn't make any sense to baton firewood because you don't find firewood in the woods. Well, guess what? If you got a saw, you can cut the end of it nice and smooth. We're gonna go ahead and beat this piece in two. This is a piece of poplar, actually. Now, you probably know that a full flat grind is not necessarily the best grind for splitting because it doesn't widen out as quickly as some other ones, so it doesn't give you the wedge as much of a wedge effect, but it still does pretty good. It's 3/16 inch thick, and it's getting the job done. So let's just take and see what we can do with maybe a little feather now on some of these really angular pieces. Quite honestly, I need to get used to a full flat grind because I'm not, and it's got a little bit of different feel to it than what I'm used to. But that's purely a practice thing, an experience thing. Just got to get the angle right. Once you get the angle right on this blade, though, it just carves like butter. Though it is so sharp and smooth. Smoke's in my eyes, but that's good. It keeps the skeeters off. Okay, so just so you don't think this is not a real YouTube video, I got a piece of firewood. It's oak. Hear it ringing? It's hard. We're gonna see how well the knife does on some really hard wood. So I don't have much of a baton. Actually, this is a pretty lightweight baton. I just split my baton. All right. And you can see that's straight up solid wood. We'll hit it with something harder this time. Just to make sure everything's good. Let's see what it does on some oak now. Edge is still fine. You can see nothing wrong there. Okay, there you go. So it's cutting this really seasoned hard dry oak, just like butter. I mean, really and truly. And if I had better technique, it'd probably do better, make better, but pretty decent. No complaints there. Skeeter busters. Okay. Okay, so one of the things is, even though I can tell by using it that it is really well balanced, you know, I always like to get it on the state-of-the-art equipment here at the Survival on Purpose testing facility and just double check, just to be sure. Okay, I want to be very clear. This is not standard use of a knife. This is extremely technical testing that I don't suggest that you try to do at home unless you have the proper qualifications and facility. I wouldn't do this, especially to a knife this nice, because that's why I test them for you, so you don't have to. I'm sure that some sort of failure during this kind of testing would probably void the warranty on this thing, even though it has a lifetime warranty. So there you go. Okay, well, you saw it's very well balanced. Again, that is the Highlander from Battle Horse Knives. And once again, I'd like to thank the folks at Battle Horse Knives for sending me this so I could show it to you. This is the full flat grind version. It's available in Saber grind and Scandi grind. They offered to send me a knife, and I asked them for the full flat grind because I don't have much experience with that. I thought it'd be a good chance for me to do so. As you can see with the feather sticks, I need a little practice, but it is extremely good edge, extremely well made. The fit and finish is just excellent, and I'm just going to tell you this. I am, even after my initial testing, I'm extremely impressed with this knife. You will see a follow-up on this. I'm going to be using this. It's going to be my go-to knife for a little while. I want to really check this thing out because I think it's going to be great, but you never know. But I just don't see how it could be anything less than great. It's really wonderful and very well balanced. So as always, thanks for watching Survival on Purpose. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing it with your friends, for clicking that like button, for watching those ads, clicking those Amazon links, just for all your support. I really appreciate it. Once again, my name is Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. See you next time.